Welcome to the LSU Ag Center IT Training Series. My name is Tanya. This first video is going to focus on how to create postings within CMS. It's broken into two parts. This is part one of two. First thing we need to do is to log into the CMS system. There are several ways to do this. The first way I'm going to show you, you go to the lsuagcenter.net website, log in. On the right hand side of the screen, you will click the Edit CMS button. It's going to bring you to the lsuagcenter.com website, but you are in CMS mode. You can tell you're in CMS mode when you look at the URL and it has cms.lsuagcenter.net and you have the switch to edit button. There's also another much easier way and much preferred way to get into the CMS system, and what you're going to do is navigate to the location of the website that you would like to place your posting and then go into the CMS mode. So I'm just going to navigate to the section of the website that I'm going to do this example in, and I'm actually going to go to the Information Technology section of the website. Now the easiest thing to do is go up to your URL at the top and place your cursor between the last W and the dot. So it would be www.cursor.lsuagcenter.com and the rest of the address. Now I'm going to backspace 3 times, removing the www. You want to make sure that you leave the dot in place. Then I'm going to substitute for the www, edit, the word edit. So now it reads edit.lsuagcenter.com and the rest of the address. I hit the enter key on the keyboard, and now when the screen refreshes, I am now in CMS mode, but I'm at the correct location for my new page. As you see at the top of the URL, cms.lsuagcenter.net, the rest of the address, and you see the switch to edit button. Now I am in CMS mode, I'm at my correct location, and I'm ready to start building my new posting. So I'm going to go ahead and hit switch to edit. And I have a lot more options in my menu than you're going to have because I'm an administrator. But you're going to hit the create new page link right here. And if there are no sub-channels for the channel that you're in, you're just going to have the general option. If there are other sub-channels, they would be listed right here as well. At that point, you need to decide, do you want your article to be in a sub-channel or in the channel that you've already selected. Since there are no sub-channels and I'm already in the location that I want my article to be, I'm going to hit next. Now, just a little sidebar. This area at the bottom, this is where if you want to create a new channel, say your department decided it wants to have a newsletter channel, this is how you request a newsletter channel. You're going to type in newsletter here, why do you want a sub channel, and who the content reviewer for this channel is going to be. So at a later date when you decide you want to get a sub channel, all you need to do is go to create new page and fill out this information here. Now back to where we were, I'm just going to hit next. Now, because I'm an administrator, I have a lot more options here. You're going to have about half this many. These are the different layouts that you can use. Again, if you need an overview of the different layouts, watch our overview video. I'm going to leave it on default. The majority of postings use the default template. This allows me to post text, and I can put as many as 3 images in my text. So I'm going to hit the next menu. Now I'm going to type in the title of my article. Make sure that you have everything spelled correctly. While you can edit your title at a later date, you cannot edit the file name. So make sure you spell it correctly. So at this point, I'm going to type in my article name. Would you like to make it a homepage? You do not have that option, so don't worry about that. Description. Include a detailed description of what your posting is about, because if you have a sub-portal page, the description is going to be there on the screen, so you don't want to just copy and paste the same article name as the description, because it looks kind of funny to have, you know, the same line twice there with one hyperlinked. So make sure you give a good overview of what your article is about. Sunrise and sunset dates. We like to keep it at a year from the date. Your sunrise date is the date that your page goes live. Your sunset date is the date that your page expires. They should be a year apart, because to make our Ag Center website fresh and current and up to date, we need to have people look at their articles after a year to make sure that the content is accurate. At that point, after a year, you can renew the page, so you can keep the page up as long as you want, but you have to look at it once a year to make sure that your article is accurate. You might at some point realize that while your article is about an event that took place in the past, you want to keep it on your website just as a reference. At that point, you might realize you need to change your tense from this event will take place to this event took place. And so keep that in mind when you review your postings. So hit next step. And now this is an overview of all the things I selected on the previous page. And now I need to select my article type. Is it a how-to? Is it a knowledge base? And so select this for whatever type of posting it's going to be and hit create article. Now at this time your screen's going to refresh and you're going to be in the edit mode. So now I'm going to take my content and place it in CMS. There are several ways to do this. And again, if you want to learn detailed instructions on what these different buttons mean, you can watch some of our other videos that are posted on our IT training website. Most importantly, you might want to watch the author page, because it goes over in much detail about what the different buttons are. But it's pretty much the same as Microsoft Office. So if you know how to use Microsoft Office, you're not going to have any problem with putting content in CMS. So what I'm going to do, and what is the easiest thing to do, and I recommend it highly for everyone else, is to write your articles in Microsoft Word. So now I'm going to go find my article that I've already written in Microsoft Office, which is what I suggest doing, because this way you can do your spell checking and everything in Office. So I'm going to go into Microsoft Office, or Word, excuse me, and I'm just going to hit Edit, Select, All. So I don't have to keep scrolling, it's already selected, and I'm going to hit Copy, and it's copied. So now I'm going to go back into my CMS, and if you use the red W, it should paste the article within CMS. So now we have got our information pasted into CMS, and now all I need to do is put my images in here. So at this point I'm going to go ahead and save it. Now as you can see in the top left corner, my options are missing. That's because I'm not at the top of the page. So if I scroll all the way back up to the top, you'll see your save and exit. I'm just going to hit save, because I'm not ready to exit yet. I just want to save what I've done so far. Now this pop-up window shows up and it says there is no point of contact assigned to this post. Please enter a point of contact in the authors section. I can't submit it until I put my posting in. Now that's fine, because I was just saving it so in case there was anything happened to my computer, or my computer crashed, or I went offline, I wouldn't lose the information I just posted. I'm not finished yet, so that's fine. I'm not ready to submit it anyway. So I'm going to go to images. At this point I can load images in. You see I have 3 placeholders for photos. I don't have to use all 3. I can decide I can just use 1, 2, or all 3. Keep in mind that they are going to be thumbnails. You click on the thumbnail, you get a larger image. So your options are toggle, align all right, align all left. It's automatically on toggle. This will place 1 in the top section, 1 around the middle, and 1 close to the bottom. 1 on the right, left, and then right again. So these little icons are kind of hard to read. So you'd click this option to load your picture, the little hand to change the description of your photo, and the X to remove your photo. So I'm going to click the little to load my photo. And now you get this option to insert a shared image from our resource gallery, or a local image. The shared image is a photo that's already been loaded in our system, such as portraits of employees. This would be where you'd find your portrait. If you know that there's images loaded in the resource gallery that you want to use, you can use this. Most people are going to be use this local, insert local image. This is from your computer or a networked computer. So I'm going to click insert local image. Now, you click the browse button right here to load your image. So I'm going to hit browse and I'm going to look on my computer. And I have some images on my desktop. And so I'm going to hit Sheep 1 and hit open. Now, file type. Unless you're using a Mac, you really don't need to tell it what file type you have, because the file type, if you look at the end of the address up here, the file type is included. You see where it says .jpeg? That's telling the computer it's a JPEG. Macintoshes don't include the file extension, so you would need to tell it that it's a JPEG image. Otherwise, you don't need to worry about it. Hyperlink. If you want to have your image hyperlinked, you would use this. Most of the time we're not using this. Alternate text. This is what you need to use for the visual readers that read the computer screen for the visually impaired. So you want to make sure when it comes across the image that it tells the person visiting the site what the image is. So we're going to tell it sheep. You don't have to get real detailed. You can just put sheep. Now, see how large this picture is? Now, in some circumstances, the image shows up so large it covers where you can write a caption. If that happens, what you need to do is just go up here and hit save, and it's going to resize that photo. Again, I'm getting the error message. Tell me I don't have a point of contact. We don't need to worry about that right now. But as you see, it resized the photo, and now I can type my caption. So at this point, I can type a caption if I'd like. If I want to load all my other pictures right here, I can do so. I'm going to go ahead and, since I just typed my caption in again, I'm going to hit save. And now I'm going to go to the Authors tab. Now, you can see it's blank. We need a point of contact and or an author. So I'm just going to put my name in. You're going to search by your last name. Now, to be listed as a point of contact or an author, this person has to have created an author page within CMS. If you need assistance on creating an author page, you can watch our author page video that I have loaded on this same site. So I'm just going to load this as a point of contact. So I'm going to hit point of contact only, not author. And sometimes this takes a little bit. And now you see my name has showed up as a point of contact. Now if I want to include someone else as the author, say for instance my supervisor wrote the article but I am the one posting it and he wants everyone to contact me rather than him, I can put me as the point of contact and my supervisor as the author. So at this point I can create, I'm supposed to search by their last name. Search authors, and I'm going to put add to author. Same thing if you need to come in here and you need to remove an author and place a new one. At this point I could hit remove to remove the author, or I can shift this person up to point of contact. If I want to change the point of contact, I would look up the new person and search for point of contact. And then all you have to do is, there's not an option to remove a point of contact. You just change and add a new person as the point of contact, and it bumps the other person out. So that's how you do the author page. Let me save that. So that's how you load an author.